Camarines Sur is a province located in the south of Luzon, within the Bicol region. It is a place rich in culture, heritage, and biodiversity. I have always dreamt of traveling the world, experience various cultures, taste different cuisines, and appreciate the beauty it has to offer that more than meets the eye. Although I have been blessed to have fulfilled all of this because of my job as a flight attendant, being away made me realize that there's still no place like home. As a tourism professional, I have witnessed how people play a vital role in protecting and preserving our beloved islands. That is why my advocacy is centered on educating people on how to become responsible travelers, locals, and individuals.
Marhay na aga, my name is Edmalyn, and I will be your local guide for the day. Let me take you to one of the exciting regions in the Philippines, Region 5, also known as Bicol Region. Geographically, Bicol Region is located in the southernmost tip of Luzon, which lies at 123 to 126 degrees longitude and 12 to 14 degrees latitude, or generally at the midsection of the country. It has a total land area of 17,362 square kilometers, representing 5.67% share of the Philippines in terms of land area. The region is bounded by Lamun Bay to the north, Pacific to the east, and Sibuyan Sea and Ragay Gulf to the west. The northernmost province, Camarines Norte, is bordered to the west by Region 4A, connecting the region to the rest of Luzon. Bicol Region is composed of 4 contiguous provinces, namely Albay, Camarines Sur, Camarines Norte, and Sorsogon, 2 island provinces of Catanduanes and Masbate, and 7 cities, namely Legazpi, Naga, Iriga, Tabaco, Ligao, Sorsogon, and Masbate. The region's topography may be generally described as ranging from slightly undulating to rolling and from hilly to mountainous. Bicol is endowed with numerous mountains and volcanoes. The region is situated on a lowland location. Bicol region is hilly and mountainous with a flat central area known as the Bicol Plain. It is generally flat at the midsection between mountain ranges with other small coastal plains on the northeastern coast. These areas are circumscribed by rolling hills. Bicol is one of the coldest regions in the Philippines with an average daily high temperature of only 31 degrees centigrade. High humidity and high temperatures are making the weather pleasant at times, but also and partly hot and humid. Due to its location, is highly vulnerable to typhoons, floods, drought, and volcanic eruptions. These natural occurrences frequently lead to severe damage of properties, infrastructure, and loss of livelihoods in agriculture. 40% of Bicol region's rice area is affected by flooding, drought, and saline intrusion. First up, let me take you to Camarines Sur. The capital city of the province is Pili. Allow me to discuss what the province can offer to you. Brief history of Camarines Sur. The first recorded account of Camarines Sur's discovery by the Spaniards was in 1569 when Captain Luis Enriquez de Guzman and Father Alfonso Jimenez first explored the province. In 1571, the Spanish conquistador Juan de Salcedo, grandson of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, came to the Bicol region from the north. 2 years later, in 1573, Juan de Salcedo led his troops in penetrating and exploring the peninsula as far as Santiago de Libon in search for spices, gold, and other precious stones. Excavators and archaeological sites have proven that early settlers in the province bartered these with Chinese, Arab, and Indian traders. Although its culture is predominantly Malay in origin, 3 centuries of Spanish rule left a mark in the people's culture and way of life. Spanish colonizers later subjugated its people and denominated the area into 2 distinct groups. The southern portion, comprised of the area south of Camalig Albay, Sorsogon, Masbate, Catanduanes, and present-day Partido, was called Partido de Ibalon. The upper northern portion, comprised of Camalig Albay and old towns of Camarines Sur and Camarines Norte, was called Partido de Camarines. Naga City, the former capital of Camarines Sur, was founded in 1573. It was then called Nueva Cáceres, namesake of a province in Spain that belongs to the original 5 royal cities of the colony. Nueva Cáceres was designated as the province capital by virtue of Philippines Legislative Act No. 2711, approved on March 10, 1917 until June 6, 1955. After this, Pili, the adjoining town, was declared the provincial capital by virtue of Republic Act 1336. Presently, Pili remains the capital of Camarines Sur. Dress or costume. The first one, these dresses were worn once a year, specifically in the celebration of Lagaylay Festival on May, a May celebration in Canaman, Camarines Sur, to honor the Santa Cruz tradition. Women dance on the streets while chanting prayers to find the real cross. The second one, these costumes were worn in the celebration of Pastores, reliving the song of the shepherds. In the pre-colonial civilization, it was performed to celebrate good harvest, birth, puberty, marriage, and to lament death. Pastores Bicolanos' beautiful commemoration of Christmas. The third one, Flores de Mayo, is a festival held in the Philippines in the month of May, and these costumes were worn. It is one of the May devotions to the Blessed Virgin Mary and lasts for the entire month. This festival is one of the folk dances in Camarines Sur. Under dialects, towns speaking the Rinconada dialect are Bau, Bula, Iriga, Naboa, and Batu, all located between Pili in Camarines Sur and the Albay provincial line. The Western Albay dialects are spoken in a group of towns between the Rinconada section of Camarines Sur and Legazpi City, including sections of northern Sorsogon. Rinconada Bicol, or simply Rinconada, spoken in the province of Camarines Sur, Philippines, is one of the several languages that compose the Inland Bicol or Southern Bicol group of the Bicol macro-language. It belongs to the Austronesian language family that also includes most Philippine languages, the Formosan languages of Taiwanese Aborigines, Malay, Indonesian and Bahasa Malaysia, the Polynesian languages, and Malagasy. There are 7 categories of languages in Camarines Sur, namely Albay Bicol language, Central Bicol, Inagta Partido language, Manid language, Mount Iraya Agta language, Mount Iriga Agta language, and Rinconada Bicol language. The province is known to produce the following products. Camarines Sur is a major rice-producing province in the country. Other agricultural products are abaca, coconut, banana, jackfruit, coffee, pili nuts, corn, fish, poultry, egg, and livestock. Here are some products of their major economic, which is coconut oil, banana chips, coffee barako, bugs made in abaca, and dried raw jackfruit. The province is also rich in culture and tradition. First, belief in the presence of lost souls. From the tale of the lost souls dwelling in the river of Bula, particularly in Barangay San Jose and in Ballester Spring located in Barangay Kasugad, folks believe that people drowned in these bodies of water and their struggle to go to heaven made them become lost souls. These lost souls are accused of killing other people by drowning them. Some believe that these lost souls are lonely and they are looking for people who can accompany them. However, some believe that these lost souls are avenging their unfortunate deaths. The death of many students who are just crossing the river through boats became the unlucky attributes. The recent deaths are associated with this belief. Belief in the miraculous deeds of patron saints. From the legend of Saint Magdalene, the woman warrior, and the legend of Saint Elizabeth, people believe that there was a woman who always defended the Bulanos against the pirates during ancient times. Saint Mary Magdalene, the patron saint of the parish of Bula, bravely slew the greedy pirates who attempted to enter the perimeters of the said town. Also, the story of Saint Elizabeth, the patron saint of Barangay Santa Elena, who is said to have saved Barangay Santa Elena from being bored to ashes during the cruel massive scorching of its neighboring barangay, Barangay Agdangan, during the post-colonial era. Belief in supernatural beings. This belief is from the Alay, a tale told by the fishermen of Barangay San Jose. Fishers usually give food to the spirits of Bula Lake. They believe that certain water spirits take good care of their harvest. The appearance of the flying fish and the giant snake in the lake, believed as the magical pets of the feared water spirits, reinforced this belief. Belief in after death. The belief is from the tale of San Telmo. People believe that San Telmo, a floating fire, was part of a memory of someone who cannot let go of their possession, especially their lands. It was a never-ending quest for power, land entitlement, and freedom. The story of the fisherman from Barangay San Jose who saw floating fires during his night fishing affirms this belief. In addition, the folks believe that the San Telmos appear to people who share the same blood lineage as someone who did wrongdoing to them when they were still alive. Belief in curses. The belief is from the legend of the priest whom a crocodile ate. People believe that the first purebred Buleno priest, whom his church members bullied because of his speech defect, cursed the town of Bulat not to have a purebred, someone whose parents are both natives of Bula, Buleno priest ever again. Since then, Bula did not have a purebred priest until the present. Some also believe that this is the main reason why Bula has a prolonged economic growth, if there is any, compared to Bao, which in the past was just one of the barangays in Bula, but now is remarkably prospering. The belief is that graduating students who attend excursions will meet an unfortunate fate. The belief is from the tale of the lost souls. It was said that most of the victims of the lost souls were graduating students from the various elementary and high school students in Bula. It almost became a systematic killing because of the yearly drowning of a graduating student that remains a mystery to all of the Bulenos. The celebration of the Feast of Saints. From the tale of the Lady Warrior, believed to be Saint Mary Magdalene, the salvation of the whole town was associated with the miraculous and brave acts of the said saint. With this belief, the whole town of Bula celebrates its feast day every 22nd day of July, which denoted the same town fiesta celebration just 3 months after its founding anniversary, in honor of their patroness saint, Saint Mary Magdalene. The last one, the practice of saying, "Tabi apo di makaigo" when passing by a river and a huge tree. The belief is that supernatural beings lived in some vast trees and bodies of water mentioned in the various lake tales such as the Parusas sa Usad na Paraisura and the Kulong Isura na Ataman ko Diyosa. As a sign of respect, the folk people were saying Tabi apo di makaigo, which means asking permission to pass by that area, an act acknowledging that there are unknown forces, spirits, and other supernatural creatures that are beyond our common sense. Moreover, if you have plans to visit the place, one is encouraged to try their gastronomy. First, Batu, Camarines Sur, is famous for another type of pancit called pancit bato. Its texture is similar to a typical pancit canton, not made chewier and tastier. It is cooked with soy sauce, vinegar, pichay, and shrimp as the main ingredients. Also, it is best served in the morning with hot pandesal. Second one, kinalas, is a very popular dish in Naga City, a very hearty delicious noodle soup dish made with either beef or pork meat extracted near the bony parts like face or leg, brains, and a shrimp garlicky brown gravy. The original kinalas was first seen in the Yangdang Street, where an old man named Unknown used to sell them. It dates back earlier than the 80s or even the 70s. Original version also used beef as its meat, but with its recent popularity, new version now use pork meat and brains. The third one, Bicolanos are known to use an abundant amount of chilies on their dishes. Aside from snacks and main course with lots of chilies, Bicolanos have their own version of ice cream called silly ice cream. This hot yet cold ice cream has a different level of spiciness. It was originally introduced by a Bicol-based restaurant, First Colonial Grill, which can be found in Naga City and Legazpi, Albay. Your visit will not be complete without going to Camarines Water Sports Complex. Is one of the best tourist spots in Camarines Sur for water sports enthusiasts. Considered as the first world-class water sports complex in the Philippines, it takes pride in its excellent facilities primarily designed for wakeboarding, wake skating, and water skiing. The 6-hectare property has 6-point cable sky system which pulls the skiers in a clockwise direction around the lake. The complex is known to host international wakeboarding events. Other amenities include swimming pools, massage huts, cabanas, and a restaurant. Next destination is Peñafrancia Basilica Minor, commonly known as Our Lady of Peñafrancia Church, is an 18th century Roman Catholic church in Camarines Sur. It is a Baroque style church built on 1750. The structure of the church is made of fine architectural designs beautified by stained glass, images, and paintings. The church houses the image of Our Lady of Peñafrancia, the patroness of the city of the Naga, believed by devotees to have performed countless miracles. The feast day of Our Lady of Peñafrancia, being celebrated every September 17, is considered as one of the most prestigious religious events in the country. The third destination is Caramoan Islands, are the main destinations for island hopping activities in Camarines Sur. This group of islands, which lies on the lower eastern part of province, gained its reputation of having the best secluded white sand beaches and coves. Aside from swimming, the best things to do in the islands are to snorkel down the diverse marine life, explore the caves and lagoons, hike the hilltops, or climb up the limestone rocks for spectacular views. Notable islands include Matukad Island, Lahus Island, Hunungan Island, and Gota Island, among other paradise islands. In visiting Camarines Sur, here are some tips of the do's and don'ts come in handy during your Camarines Sur escapade and make it one of the best experiences of your life. The do's are: Be friendly, have a good sense of humor, always say thank you, have a taste of history, try newer beaches, participate in events, try native delicacies, and buy travel insurance. And the don'ts are: don't lose temper, don't rush things out, do not litter, do not schedule tours on public holidays, don't refuse food, don't go for comfort food, don't go to native villages or communities without a guide or permission, and do not go home without buying souvenir. So how to get there in Camarines Sur if you are from in Cebu City? Distance between Cebu City and Camarines Sur is 356.43 kilometers. This distance is equal to 221.48 miles and 192.33 nautical miles. There are two ways to reach Camsur from Cebu is through Trans-Asia shipping from Cebu to Masbate overnight trip, Masbate to Bulan Port to Sorsogon, and then trucking to Camsur, or get a flight. Cebu Pacific only runs 3 times a week from Cebu to Legazpi, then you get a bus to Camsur. So here are the common modes of transportation. Buses, vans, and jeepneys are mostly used in traveling outside the city going to connecting the towns of Camarines Sur, and taxi as well, but with double charging or depending on your price negotiation with the driver. For other municipalities, jeepneys, tricycles, and tricycad are the main transpo as well. Your visit will not be complete without buying pasalubong for your loved ones. So here are some pasalubong. First, dragon fruit jam that only costs 120 pesos. If you're a fan of dragon fruit, you'll love this product. I've only had fresh dragon fruit. They also have dragon fruit pastillas, dragon fruit herb vinegar, and even dragon fruit soap. And this is available at Michael's Integrated Farm. The second one is chili cupcakes. 100 pesos for a box of 6. Chocolate cake mixed with pili and sili to make it truly Bicolano. And this is available at Gafeya Cafe and Bistro. Their Facebook account is Gafeya Cafe and Bistro. The third one is pili nut pate from Vicky's. Only 80 pesos. Vicky's is already a well-established brand when it comes to pili products. This pili nut pate is the latest addition to their innovative pili products. Great to pair with crostini. Variants include pate with mussels or shrimp. Vicky's pili and food products. So here are the contact number, Facebook account, and website. The fourth one is Larry's Honey, 15 pesos per honey stick, 300 pesos for one bottle. Larry's Honey is one of the most familiar honey brands in the Bicol region. It claims to be 100% pure, unadulterated, unfiltered, uncooked, and raw. Their honey comes from the mountains of the Bicol region. The fifth one, sweet potato crispy fries, 35 pesos only. Kamote is one of the most accessible root crops nationwide, so it's no surprise that Filipinos have started innovating ways to cook it. This is not like the kamote fries you can find in the streets. These are lighter and crispier. At Philippine 35 a bag, they're worth a spot on your pasalubong list. The sixth one, Silly Beer, 140 pesos only. I've recently taken a liking to beer, so this definitely piqued my interest. If you're a craft beer lover, then this should be on your list. The flavor is rather hard to explain, but I can say that the heat is definitely distinct with this one. And the next one is local bags from Bidi Bidi. Prices start at 1,299 pesos. These native bags from Bidi-Bidi are very much on trend these days. Bidi-Bidi is a local brand from Bao. Camarines Sur started by Bernadette de los Santos. At the heart of this enterprise is women empowerment. Women from local communities in Camarines Sur are taught the necessary skills from weaving to embroidery to be able to create a sustainable livelihood for their families. The bags are available in Solel at Ayala Malls Legazpi and the Farm Shopee. The last one is Banig from 200 pesos. Near Legazpi is a town called Bakakay where generations of weavers continue the tradition of making banig. Prices starts from just 200 pesos. It's tempting to haggle, but I suggest not to do it as these take hours to finish and are really considered a labor of love. So, what are you waiting for? Come and visit in Camarines Sur. I hope that you have learned and get to know more about Region 5 or Bicol region. Thank you so much for listening.